How's it going, everybody? My name is Joel, if you don't know me. I used to video blog quite a bit about 3 years ago when I was freelancing, and between then and now really haven't had a chance to do this very much, but I have a new job here at Netflix as a mobile UX designer, and have some more opportunities to blog, and I've actually been learning a lot more and growing a lot as a designer, so I wanted to start blogging again and putting content out there. Just sharing my experiences. So that's what this is. The first series I kind of wanted to do, and I've posted a post already, is called Android Adultery. Really just documenting a season on Android. My whole motivations behind this is that at Netflix I've been designing for not just iOS but for a lot of platforms, and so the more and more I learn, the more projects I work on, I realize that I have a very iOS perspective towards mobile design, and there is obviously a great ecosystem there, and there's great apps there, and there's great devices, but it is very one-way thinking, and that there's a lot of devices and a lot of users, and I wanted to understand the broader space better, and so I'm putting down my beautiful 3 Apple devices, my iPhone, iPad mini, and iPad 3. I've got this Nexus 1 and a Nexus 7 for my tablet. I'll be replacing this with a Nexus 4 as soon as I get it. And I'll be using them day in, day out to kind of get in the ebb and flow of what an Android user is, really. Or actually I'm trying to become an Android user, as weird as that sounds. But the first topic I wanted to talk about, I'll be doing multiple of these, but I just wanted to take a couple minutes today and talk about just the general app selection. So when I first got my phones and tablets, I went onto the Google Play Store and went app by app and searched and was trying to find out, what apps I could replicate from both operating systems. And I went through and counted out of the 183 apps on the Apple Store, I only could find 57 on the Google Play Store. This is kind of what I expected. I expected there not to be the same coverage. And it was somewhat frustrating at first and somewhat difficult, but after a week or two of using my Android phone, really realized that all the apps that I wasn't able to replicate on Android, really I don't use anyways. There's a lot of fun niche apps that the App Store has in iOS, but those things are really kind of pointless in the end. There are a lot of apps we don't use, and so the actual core functionality of email, messaging, photo taking, all these things that we do on an everyday basis, tweeting, Facebook, all that stuff, it hasn't really affected my workflow at all. Some of the apps actually are subpar. A lot of companies haven't given a lot of attention to the Android store, so that's been frustrating. Like the Instagram app on Android is there and it's good, but it's not nearly as polished and great as the iOS app. So those everyday apps I use, that's been somewhat frustrating. But overall, I'm not dying in Android. It's been an okay experience. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be pretty painful. And so, there's still apps, new apps that come out, like Vine just came out, and I've been loving using that. It's been kind of a fun, way to post, and obviously it's going to come out on iOS before Android. There's a couple little apps like that iOS has that Android doesn't have, and so that's just going to be the nature of product cycles for developers and people putting out apps. And so that is one pain point that I've been dealing with. But aside from that, I'm actually kind of enjoying Android. There's a lot of little features I'll go into in future posts that I think Android does great that iOS should really consider integrating, and I'm sure they are as all these OSs evolve. But yeah, I below kind of summarized some of this in some text, and then also did side-by-side comparisons of my home screens. So I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. I'm just going to keep putting up my thoughts and ideas and get kind of beyond just the operating systems themselves and just kind of what designing for these operating systems looks like. Yeah, so I'm going to keep doing this hopefully every couple weeks. Thanks for watching. Hope this is some value to some people. My major intent is really just to grow and to share some ideas, and hopefully other people can, learn and grow from it. I'd love to hear comments or feedback via, my blog or Twitter or whatever, however we're interacting. So thanks for watching, and see you guys later.